Welcome back to Need for Speed Heat. Today we're customizing this beautiful BMW i8, something that's grown on me a lot recently, especially now that we can do a lot of things to it. Subscribe if you want to see me race some more cars. Without further ado, let's jump in and talk about this beautiful, beautiful car. Now, let's be honest with people here. The i8 looks like a futuristic supercar, but supercar it is definitely not. So that's what we're going to be changing throughout this video. We're going to be making this thing a little bit cooler and show you what you can potentially do to this car to make it a bajillion times cooler than it already is. Which is actually pretty cool to look at the least. Right, anyway, wing mirrors. Very nice. Actually, a cool aftermarket option to be selecting. It has a ridiculous wide body kit that you saw at the beginning, which I actually opted not to go for, just because it was a little bit aggressive, to say the least. I did end up going with a quite aggressive front bumper, though, because that fit properly well. And the crazy canards that are as big as my whole bumper in most of my car's sakes. And obviously we've got these splitters to go through if you want to apply a splitter, make even that a little bit more aggressive. But the front of this car is actually menacing. It was difficult to come up with a color that I wanted to go on with this car because it's just so insane. It just wants to bite your face. Like, what do you put on something? What color do you put on something that wants to bite your face? That's a good question, isn't it? Anyway, so we got the world's smallest wang, which is actually hilarious. And we go through and we have a nice selection of wings, which this one looks rather cool indeed. Probably not greatly functional, but that, the big meaty boy, goes straight on. There's no doubt about it. In my mind, that's exactly what we're going to throw on. But the thing is, every time I've built a car on Need for Speed Heat, one of the main differences that I felt with this game, I've been encouraged to make multiple different types of car, of the same car, if that makes sense, different variants of the same car. I'm so tempted to buy 20 versions of every other car and make an off-road one, and make a lifted one, and make a drifty one, and make all these different combinations. The drag one, because we don't have drag tires, you can put on the roof if you want to, which, again, you bought the convertible for a reason, so we should probably put on the convertible roof option. Anywho, I'm wanting to build so many different variants of cars in this game, and I think that's the idea. Like, they want you to be able to enjoy the cars even more. So, of course, they made the car list as big as it's ever been. Ever, I think. You know, maybe other than Shift. But at the same time, they've added the ability to make these cars completely different by engine swapping them. And not even that, but the type of terrain that it's better on. It's exciting, exciting. I actually was thinking about this the other day. I don't know how many people agree with me, but I think it would be pretty sweet to have the ability to not only lower cars as we have, but also lift them. Because if we're going to do trucks and off-roading and the like, we're going to want to lift them, right? Lift kit. So just have the opposite of what they've got now. That needs to be a thing, Ghost. I'm expecting it to come in the future. But I expect it to hum, okay? If it doesn't, we're going to have a problem, all right? We need it, we need it, we need it. But here we go again. This thing reminds me of, it's kind of like a bug. No, I'm talking about Volkswagen Beetle. I'm a genuine bug that flies around and is annoying and you want to swat at it. Every single time it comes near you, it looks like a bug with all the holes and the things looking like eyes. Like a lot of eyes, you know, like flies have like... That's the best way I can explain what I'm talking. It was very difficult. I spent a good while trying to come up with a color for this car. No colors really did it justice. It just looked like some kind of ugly bug. So we decided to go with a white with a slight tint in it, because that's something we can do nowadays. You don't have to pick a color. You can pick a flat color with a cheeky tint in there. And of course, the Black Panther logo, which you can buy on the actual Black Panther store if you didn't know. Cheeky pink underglow because it fits rather nicely, and the air suspension upgrade makes it drop quite a nice little bit, which is very cool indeed. And we've got amazing horns, which I'm going to equip. I don't think I even used, to be fair. Well, I can tell you that the sound of the Mini Cooper is gone. To be fair, Mini Coopers do sound somewhat similar. It does have a hybrid effect on the sound. Of course, I wanted to show you here that the lowering of the car doesn't really do anything on this car. It just kind of campers it out. It's already pretty darn low, which is rather interesting, I thought. But so I did decide to camber the wheels a little bit, just so it made a little bit more, bit better fitment, you know? Bit better fitment. Now, this car looked fantastic, and there's only one thing left to do, which is go through the engine swaps. I love that one. I love it. I wish I could put anything but the standard, because it sounds a little bit basic now, but that's gonna have to do. Beautiful, beautiful. This is like the creme de la creme of hippity hoppity. Wow, look at this man's whip. It looks like a bug. There's no other way for me to explain it. It looks like a bug, and a combination with like a bug that's kind of trying to be a peacock. You know, the is there any way to explain? We're in the dull, dingy world, but this car reflects and lights up, and you'll actually see it kind of causes seizures as well a little bit later. This is a pre-seizure warning. Hopefully you understand English, because otherwise we're going to have some trouble. Also, I came up to the city, saw the Palm City sign, so I had to do a quick skr and accidentally take a photo. Am I the only one that accidentally... I always accidentally do that. But now when you take... When you take a press photo mode, you have to hold that button in, which is normally the quick shot. And of course, traffic cars keep ruining my shot. But now you're going to do it even more, because it is the photo button. So you're going to take many accidental pictures. You are very welcome. They ran out of buttons to map, so that's what they had to do. Which, to be fair, it actually kind of makes more sense. Like, I like it. I like it better than 2015 as well. It was on like a menu. It's just... a little bit funky. Anyway, I'm very happy with the underglow. It has a bit more purple effect on there. Very, very clean, very nice. And of course, the paint, it's not white, and it is, but it's got like a nice change in colour shift in it. It just makes it nice and different and full of love, you know? There you go. You start to see the explosion, the reflection on the diffuser there. I don't know why this happens. I honestly don't know what causes it. It's some kind of reflection thing. We'll see. But ultimately, I love this shot. And I wanted to include this loading bit a little bit. I have jump cut here, so it's not actually how quick it loads. But it just looks... It makes your car look great. It makes you go, wow! I built that. That's beautiful. I have some kind of hidden talent as to building beautiful whips. Anyway, start of the race. Too grippy. Seizure effect is beginning. I don't know why. Think of this. There's certain words you say on YouTube and it would cause you to get demonetized. And also, it would cause you to get less recommended, which is the more important thing. To most people, like, it's not great to not be recommended or not be higher in the search results, but for some reason seizure in my head is a bad word. I don't know why that is, but I thought I would like to share with you. But the i8, beautiful. I actually drove this pretty smoothly. This was one of the cars I drove later in the day, so it would make kind of a little bit of sense. But you see how smooth the drifting feels with this? This was a stock setup. There was no tuning whatsoever, so standard wheel, standard everything. And it just felt smooth. It felt really smooth, so you can still have that smooth drifting if you want to, but of course I could go more drift or grip. If I want to get even better times, grip would be the way to go. But this is a nice... to demonstrate those that like the old handling model, it is still fully possible to get this beautiful smooth drifting that works just like it used to. And I'm glad that that is in there. I'm glad that that's part of it, if that makes sense. It's... I would be very sad to see the whole thing disappear, But of course, it doesn't give you that speed boost, so it feels more natural now, and it feels right. You know, it feels just right. Anyway, that, my friends, was the BMW i8. It's grown on me. It's grown on me a lot through making this video, obviously. Your thoughts are your own. I would swap a big boy engine into it. I'll take out that Mini Cooper, John Cooper Works engine, and it's going to be much better. But anyway, be sure to smash like, my friend. Subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next Need for Speed Heat video. Until next time, peace.